Alright guys, today we're playing a game 5, just a random player here. I'm going to go ahead and play the Pirc, and once we complete the game, we'll go ahead and do some analysis on it just to make sure that we learn from our mistakes. So I might not chat too much, I just want to make sure I'm playing a quality game of chess here, and then we'll talk about it. But we are playing a Pirc defense, and now I need a second to think. Let's go this way with it. Alright. So he's probably going to castle on the opposite side, so I'm kind of getting an attack going on the queen side just to kind of make up for this open file. We have this open G file. That means that white's going to have a pretty solid attack pretty quickly. So if I can kind of come at this in a way that will allow me to kind of counterattack, I might not be in quite such a disadvantage. So contemplating something like b3, because if we push b3, the pawn or the bishop could take, and then the rook is just kind of there. So that doesn't work, but it is an idea that might come up later. So let's see. Take your worst piece and make it better is generally the advice that I like to use. So let's see. This knight is stopping our rooks from connecting, and this knight isn't really doing a whole lot. So what if we come here to d7? It'll then be supporting the bishop as well as several of the squares. I like that move. That's what we're going to go with. Alright, we're going to go ahead and trade rooks. So now white cannot really castle on either side of the board. So that is a plus for us. Going to go ahead and pull the queen out of the way. So he's going to start marching pawns. I need to start opening lines in the center. Let's see. Let's use the knight. Attacks this square. Now I'm thinking if I can go here, the knight attacks there, and the queen's on it. But the king will still not be in checkmate, but it might be enough to activate a few of those pieces. So let's go for that. And if he moves his king here, there's a fork, but I'm not expecting that to happen. This queen is just really out of play right now. So I'm kind of a piece up as we think about the game. I am a little bit behind on time, but I don't think that's terrible yet. The important thing if you're worried about time is make sure you're thinking about your next move while your opponent's moving. So my knight's here, he could attack the knight, but obviously my check is probably better. He's got no easy way of attacking the knight, so I think that knight is probably pretty safe there. I have this rook here. It's not really doing a whole lot. It's guarding this f7 square. I'd really like to be able to put it over here on the a file. Oh, he castled. That was not a move that I thought he would go for. So this is pinned to the king by the queen. I do have, there's no check there. So I guess we just go ahead and take the free pawn. Now we have 3 pieces attacking this pawn, and his king is really not in a great safe spot. So now he's relieved the pin. Can we go ahead and take here anyway? And if we do we take with the bishop or the knight? The knight kind of keeps these 2 squares safe. If we take with the bishop, the knight can be attacked. So let's go ahead and take with the knight. So now we're up 2 pawns. And let's see, let's get our queen back in this, because the knight is being protected by the bishop. So we'll go ahead and attack the knight here. So 2 pieces for a rook. That's generally okay. Let's swing the queen over. Almost down to a minute, so I do need to make sure that I'm moving with a purpose. He's trying to trade things off, and I'm not ready to do that. I am going to try and get my rook active here. So, not pre-moving, but pre-moving? Almost pre-moving? I don't know what the term is there. Hover moving? No, see? That's why it's a hover move. I didn't want. Okay, we're just going to shift around a little bit. Really didn't want to repeat the position there, so I had to find a way out of that repetition. I am down to a minute, but I don't think I want to draw yet. Here. Rook down here is going to be solid. Taking this way, right? Yeah. Okay, let's give check here. Oh, interesting. Okay, let's go for that then. Is he coming here? Yeah. Alright, let's get the rook in the game now. So this knight is definitely holding a lot of pieces together right now, so I do need to be careful about where I put my queen. Down to 45 seconds. Just got to pay attention to that clock. Thinking if I can put the rook here, that's a lot of pressure on the knight. The hard thing about a rook for 2 pieces is that the 2 pieces definitely have a little extra mobility. Alright, we're not taking, we're pushing past. Now that bishop is blocked by its own piece. I'm doing okay on time. Comparatively, he's been using a lot of time lately. So again, making sure you're thinking on your opponent's time is important. Still thinking I might put the rook here. I don't really have any checks that feel productive. Okay, okay. Yeah, let's go for it. That's a check, but I don't think it matters. Uh-oh. 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 Is that mate? Knight's guard it. The pawn's got it. I think that might be mate. I think I just walked all the way over to a mate. I think I needed to come here instead. I think if I would have come down. Oh. Alright. Okay. I think he just missed mate. I think he just missed mate. That's amazing. I think I was totally busted and he just totally missed mate. There we go. So I just need to keep moving quickly. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to give him a queen. There we go. I think I lost that on time. I should have been pre-moving there at the end. All right, so I lost that game. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the game review. We can see that I had a pretty low accuracy of 66.5%. Let's take a look here. So I have the last book move here attacking the pawn. And he played his bishop out, and I missed. So it looks like because I'm attacking this pawn and I moved the G pawn, I could have just taken. So let's retry. Could have just taken there, winning the pawn. So I was still talking and saying hello to you guys. Obviously there was my first mistake. Let's keep moving through this. Looks like they're okay with what I've done so far. They didn't like the queen move. Okay, so queen move. My guess is they probably wanted me to move the knight first, because maybe the queen goes here, or maybe once the knight goes, it goes here, or maybe I try and trade off the queens. So, yep, so they wanted the knight there first. Alright, let's keep going. So they like my moves here. I won the pawn. Awesome. So they're happy with that. They didn't like my knight capture. Okay, so let's see. Retry. How could I win this position better? So let's see. Threaten. So what I might be able to do is maybe I capture with the bishop instead. Because if I capture with the bishop, then maybe I can do something like this with the knight and check and get the rook. Alright, let's give that a try. Okay, so they did like that better. Let's just look at what that looks like. Let's backen it up. Okay, so all of this didn't really happen, and that's okay. Yep, we're moving on. Moving on. Alright, so they really didn't like that move. Alright, let's see. What should I have done? So I moved the bishop to attack his knight. But I don't have to give up the knight. I could just win this pawn. Yeah, so there's a pawn there. I could have won that one. So I gave check, and that really didn't accomplish anything. What could I have done faster or better? He's got a lot of pawns in the center. My rook is really out of it. Can I just move the rook right away? Yeah, so I could have put the rook on the open file right away. So, some checks there. Nothing amazing from my part. Ooh, they really hated that rook move. So if they hate that rook move, what could I have done instead? What could I have done instead of the rook move? So the issue is that maybe I need to play defensively. He's got this check that we found kind of leads to mate. It's almost forcing mate. Is it completely forcing? Check. King goes here. He takes there. Forced to go there. And then there's mate. Yeah. So that's a forced mate if I let his queen get here. So I'm going to guess that I had to bring the rook back. Yep. Okay, so they wanted me to bring the rook back. He missed mate. Oh, the queen move's bad. Okay, let's take a look. Why is the queen move bad? Oh. So here and here are covered by the pawn. Queen's got that. That's checkmate. I missed a mate and won. That's terrible. Alright, let's keep going. So I didn't give check, which means he can get the queen. So I needed to do something that continued giving check. Maybe this or this. He has some running holes here. So, oh, well, what about this? Really starting to close down the position. I think that's probably the best. Yeah, okay, so there's the best. And then we finished the game out and I lost on time. So, white is winning this position. I was running out of time. That's too bad. Says I played at a 1450 level, which is low for me, and lost the game to the 1300 level play. Yeah, so if you enjoyed this, if you learned something, like, follow, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.